Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello.
How you going?
Good. I'm good, mate. How are you?
I am a good. Wait a sec. That red does not do favors for the backdrop. Yeah, a bit darker than that. No,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
yeah. I feel I saw myself before, and I thought bloody look like a pumpkin tonight as well.
Okay, that's
And you've got a and you've got a pumpkin. Yeah, you're wearing red.
man. And the price
Hmm.
they charge for those pumpkins, and you can't eat them. It's
Yeah,
like,
well,
dear God. I mean, do they
people want to
actually
go
eat those
first.
pumpkins in America?
Not in America, so I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I wonder because we have the Queensland blue. Do they like have the Albuquerque red or? I don't know. Welcome
No.
everyone. Welcome tonight. Welcome to More Than a Reading Show. I'm a Brooke, and this is Stathi.
It's
Um,
Brooklyn stuffy.
yeah, yeah. It's Wait a sec. If I take the thing off, I don't need to take the thing off. That'll work. How is everyone tonight? Welcome Atia. Welcome Tracy. Welcome Brooke. Welcome Carol. How you going, Carol? Hey Amanda. Hey
Hello,
Tia. How
hello.
is
I'm
everyone?
Amanda. I am
How
from the
is
lovely, 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 lovely. Yeah, I'll say that just so I can convince myself. Canberra.
Canberra? My God, have
Yeah.
any you experienced any microwave weapons?
I thought I'd come and see if I can find what's his face. Um, yeah, all of them. Really, I don't know
That's
what are they
it.
called. Uh, yeah, they're nowhere
They're
around.
called criminals.
They're the ones. They're the
Yeah,
ones.
criminals. The ones that take us money and
Mhm.
introduce yeah,
Yeah, we know who.
totalitarian regime. That's it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Twitter's going wild. I had fun on that today.
Who's
I
going
was listening.
crazy?
Someone sent me a Australian Yeti researchers, which was interesting. And this lady was telling a story. She was coming out of Byron Bay, or where they got a big reserve there. Saw wildland. And she saw this thing
Hmm.
running next to her car, and it was running next to her car, and came closer, and it was like a red Yeti, like skinny Yankee. And she was doing 100 k's, man. She's saying like this thing was keeping up with me. And Doug was
Well,
going nuts, hiding down in the where the feet go in the car, and she says it wasn't trying to hurt her. She says I think it was just mucking around with her, having fun. Um, but very interesting indeed. Hello, Alicia. How you going? Welcome, people. If you could share us out, that would be most appreciated. I'm about to do the same thing. Oh, okay. Let's go. So, how's the audience today? How are all you people going? Are you going good? Oh wow. Oh what? His face. Go and get it. What?
that's based on me going to camp.
Oh, Canberra. Yeah.
Yeah, go and get
You're.
what's his face. Yeah. Well, no one knows where they are, so I
Oh,
mean,
they wouldn't be doing.
apparently, I was reading, what's his face in Victoria won't go
The
to
name.
the Melbourne Cup because of the high security risk.
Yeah,
I
because
think this man can't walk out there.
interesting
If he's a man,
indeed. Melbourne Cup.
if he's a man,
Hey, he's a program puppet. That's it,
I think
people.
we all.
When you've seen what we see, oh my
Oh
God,
yeah.
you don't want to know. You don't want to know. It is beyond imagination. Absolutely. Okay, let me just share out.
Oh, what?
I'm just
Wait,
sharing.
yeah, I think what's his Zuckerberg, whatever his name is.
Oh,
He's
he's
lost he's lost a hundred
CIA agent.
billion. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He lost 100 billion of his own personal money in the past year. That's a huge loss, 100 billion. Can't fathom that one. But I
Stop
think he's
his
trying to
money.
do whatever he can these days to try and fix his for him, and he just kept stuffing it up. I wish he'd just leave it alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix.
Yeah, well, if you do the research, they're openly saying that him, Obama, they're agents, man. They're all
Yeah,
intelligence
they're all
agents.
agents.
Like people fucking don't even do the research.
Oh,
Um,
no, they want us
you
to
would be
believe that
surprised.
there's this. Sorry, I just want to add,
Thing
they
called
want us to
democracy.
believe that there is an intelligence behind their agencies, but there is none.
Yeah. Just still sharing. Okay, people, you know the deal. This show is not just a reading show; it's more than a reading show. It says it up there. So if you would like a reading, okay, you have to come past. You have to move out of your comfort zones and come on the show. Okay, and you get a reading. Stathi will give you a scan, all sorts of stuff.
Seriously, seriously, where do these people come from?
Seriously, man, mate.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Have their own
Carly. I bet you.
shows.
Yeah, well, I bet you couldn't even, mate. You couldn't even read an audio book. That's it.
No.
It's just ridiculous. Okay, come on, get rid of him. Click, click. Is he gone? He's gone. So people, yes. Becky, how are you? May I have a ring? But yeah, if you come on the show, this show, you have to come on the show. You actually have to come on the show. This is different to the other reading shows. We do normal reading shows, but this is not a normal reading show. And Cindy's bet me to it. So click on the link, open it in your browser, and sign in with Facebook. And people, please donate to support the show. Exchange of energies will be much appreciated. So if you could donate, $5, that would be much appreciated. Because this does cost money and time for me and Stathi to put on. And it shows the universe that you're giving. And when you're given, and the universe knows that you give to help people, the universe is like, here, give them more money so I can get them given to other people. It's funny like that. I knew a guy, and he was shocking with money, right? But he was a very generous person, and the amount of cash that used to come through his hands was massive. Universe used to always bring him stuff, and he'd look after people.
Desmond, you can have a reading. This is very different. To get a reading on this show, you need to come on the show. And please, I've already read your message. We've already mentioned that you need to come on. Please don't continue posting the same thing.
Yeah, come on the show and get a reading.
I'm not going to do what you want, but it'll be exactly what you require.
Chantel, how you going? I was telling Stathi about those pies that you still haven't cracked the gravy. I was still told him that you haven't cracked the what was it, the gravy matrix for that vegetarian pie. They're beautiful.
I thought you're Jasmine. You're either Jasmine or you're Shy. Which one are you?
Yeah, I'm Shy too.
I've got two Shies.
But I just,
Hello, Shy. Hello, Shy.
But once upon a time, I moved past my barriers.
The whole purpose of the show. So the whole purpose of the show is to get out of that comfort zone that we all live in. Take that step to a different aspect of self. That step that you wouldn't normally take, and who knows what can unfold.
Exactly. Because if people aren't prepared to push themselves past their boundaries, they're not prepared to grow. And if they're not prepared to grow, they just want to know when things are coming, when circumstances are going to line up. And Yeah. And we're beyond that, Jasmine. This is about knowing yourself. This is about growth. This is about expansion. This is about with my nose.
Mhm. Is it meant to be gravel train or gravy train?
Gravy
'Cause I
train,
thought
gravel
gravel
train.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll try again, and I'll send you some flaky pastry and some mushrooms.
So was it mushroom? Was it mushroom pie?
Well, it was a mushroom the last time, and this time it was a tomato. The lentil pies,
Oh,
but the gravy in
yep,
it
yep,
is
yep.
just like, man, it is. Yeah.
Waiting for it. Waiting for it.
I've got an idea, people. This is more than a reading show, and to get a reading on this show, you have to come on the show. Amanda's been on. Chantel's been on before. Who else has been on that's here?
I've been on it. Brooke's been on it.
I'm pretty sure Tia. Tia, you been on?
Yeah, has his.
Yeah.
Can't believe who
So,
knows what would happen. Yeah, I'm 36 hours no sleep. Just to let everybody know, so I'm focused.
man, he's going to be in the zone because the brain's going to be like.
The brain's gone at this moment, so it's everything else that's working.
Ooh, the base of the sauce is lentil and spice and everything nice. Need to get one of those, Chantel, and then put like a cheese single in the top of it and a layer of chili. And that would just be the world's perfect pie.
Lentils and spices. Hmm. Yeah, don't even want to go there. I'm not even going to go.
Yeah, you're in the land of the devil's domain, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I
Canberra.
am. Yeah, I'm in a very interesting. Look, whatever it is, this yeah, since yesterday, I just have not got up yesterday, and I'm still up today. I've tried, but it was interesting as well. I was watching Doctor Who. Don't ask me what episodes and don't ask me what season because I just don't recall at this moment. But there's a lot of Freemason references to it. A lot of the Illuminati references. A lot of historical references. There's so much involved in Doctor Who. If you really listen and pay attention, you'll just pick up those little one-liners that just you sort of think, "Oh, okay, they're letting us know. They're saying something."
Doctor Who.
And Chantel, a long time ago, they chose not to come to me, and they kept their distance. Energetically, I don't have any issues. Yes, they have. Yep. But you can feel it as you come into it. As you come, as soon as you pass yes, that's actually before that. But as soon as you get to yes, and you start to feel uh, this real uh, dense, heavy confusement. I was mentioning to Brooke, confusements, just no direction, directionless, and the whole place feels like that as well.
That sounds
Tia,
crazy, man.
I will get some sleep at some stage. Hopefully after the show, I'll close my eyes. I've got a 7-hour drive, 8-hour drive tomorrow.
It looks like this cat's been to Canberra.
Oh, that's and Chantel, that weaponry is used every time the TV gets turned on, every time the radio gets turned on. They're constantly using it. They're working. They were talking with, and that's the one that I wanted to. They went back in time to Nikola Tesla and speaking about the ether and Wi-Fi and everything that's working around us at this moment, and how they're using Tesla knowledge with Wi-Fi and so forth. So it's the actual ether that so they're sending all these um, frequencies through. So they've actually been able to work with the ether, and they're using the ether today. As we're speaking, we're using the ether, and the
Ether.
ether is that the ether. In a lot of books, it's AE and pronounced either ether or aether. A. So it's AE and it's pronounced directly aether. So yeah, you can say it either way, but it is that so ether itself or aether is we're swimming in it. We breathe it. There's everything about it's everywhere. There's nowhere, we eat it, we drink it. So it's constant. It's everywhere.
Who hasn't been on this show before? Who wants to come on again?
Well, I'll just go to sleep.
Yeah, well, microwave weaponry they were using.
That's
People coming back burnt on one side and all sorts.
and that works with the ether itself because that's the only place that I can actually send it. It's the ether is like water, and the frequencies that goes through water, and you can send charges through water. It's the same with the ether. That's why it actually affects us so much. If people started to understand or really understand what ether really represented and how it works, um, yeah, they'll be able to do a lot more than they can imagine. Our voice goes through the ether. That's why we can hear each other. It's like traveling through water. Yeah,
Who
and
wants to
that's
read?
constant. Reading time.
Reading time, Bill. So everything's hunky dory. Everyone's gone within and answered all the questions that they need and got all the clarity. Put themselves in that brain spice, that into that peaceful space, all grounded, fully aligned, living not in want, but in joy. Well, then our job is done. We should all be ascending now.
First, descend to understand why you don't want to ascend. Yes, you descend to understand why you don't want to ascend. Everyone's already up there in their heads.
They are.
And to descend to the heart, to the base. You know, to go. Yeah, no one wants to be present in this moment itself. They all want to be some other place, some fairyland that exists out there.
Fairyland.
Oh, I don't know. People sit there, go to different places, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay.
People.
Who would like a reading?
Too much coffee.
Yeah, come on the show. What could possibly go wrong? Do you know what could go wrong? If you really need to hear a message and you don't get it because you don't come on the show because you don't move past your comfort zones, that would suck. I'm just rezzing you up, people. Just rezzing you up. Oh, just a little.
You know for yourself You click the link. That's correct.
We do. Do you want to go to Fairyland? It sounds exciting.
Yeah.
I want to go to Fairyland. Well, every time, Amanda, you're a Port Adelaide support. Every time the Power makes the finals, that's where you are. Man, you walked into that like a cop walking into a donut shop. And Amanda has not donated for some strange reason. Amanda. Okay. Bahaha.
No question.
Oh, Amanda, that's not nice. Is that a finger up at the end? Is that laughing or crying? Yes, crying. That would happen during probably round 2 of the finals. Okay.
People. Who is ready to come and challenge themselves?
This is funny. Today, I was making hummus, so I had out of the fry pan. I had all the toasted toasted sesame seeds in the bottom of the blender, and I just went to push the blender back, but it's got all these like quick thing buttons because I just poured it in, and the lid wasn't on, so I just go to push the blender back, and man, this spray of toasted sesame seeds just comes pouring out everywhere.
Oh.
It was good hummus.
Come on, people. Come on the show. Get my distraction.
Yeah.
Keep me distracted from this place.
Otherwise, I will talk about. Otherwise, I'll talk about my garden and my cooking adventures.
He's got a good garden. You got to see his garden.
And that lentil pie that I had today, I can still go back there. Lentil pie. Yum.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it, people. Stimulation is needed. Okay. What are people doing? Oh, we have someone.
There's someone. Who do we have?
Hello, Lani. How are you?
Hi. Good, thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. Welcome. Where are you from, Lani?
I'm in Gisborne, New Zealand.
Okay. So it's pretty late there.
Yeah, it's about 12:39 in the morning.
Awesome.
Lani, I'm going to ask you to focus on your heart chakra. You know where your heart chakra is? Do you know much about your chakras?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
So focus on your heart chakra, and Brooke will start the reading.
Lani, you've probably heard this before, but everything happens for a reason. Okay? The synchronicities of the universe, even though when we don't feel like there's synchronicities, we're here for all sorts of experiences, all sorts of reason. But when we have that realization that everything happens for a reason, well, the next logical step would be, Okay, well, what's the reason? And at the moment, whatever's happening, you're going to get through it. Okay, you're going to survive. Okay, I've got the Fox Spirit here on your main run. I've got the Fox Spirit. Trust your talents in changing times. This card just comes out to remind you that, you know what, it's stuff you'll get through. No matter what you're facing at the moment, you will get through it. You will survive. You'll live to see another day. Okay, things can be hard. Things can be challenging, but you'll get through it. Okay, you look back and it might be like it's a hard time, or you might look back in a year or a couple of years and go, well, I've been through worse. It's hard to say, but at the moment, life goes on for you. Because there's high forces at play at the moment. But the first card I've got for you, the main card, is what the reading's about is the Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. And this is talking about empowering oneself. Okay? This is talking about empowering oneself. This is coming back, is about, we have all this stuff that goes within. But at the end of the day, if we don't run the show will run us. So the universe is reminding you at the moment is that there's more, well, apart from being a survivor, you have more strength and more power and more ability inside you than you see. Okay, we hear this all the time, but at the moment, there's some past that needs healing. There's some work to do. There's some inner child work that needs to be addressed. Okay, because when we go through these experiences, if we don't understand them or we don't heal them, and healing starts with just understanding from a neutral perspective, we create thought routines. These things that happen into our life, these experiences create thought routines, and they get engraved to our subconscious. And if we don't deal with the past, these thought routines, they'll run the show. Our subconscious will run it. And they will be making, because at the end of the day, all we have is choice. Okay? And if we let our subconscious run our choices and we empower that, then ultimately we're not as much in the driver's seat as we think we are. But at the moment, I've got your main action card, and it's take note of intuitive messages. And this is inverted. So this is letting me know that your intuition, your inner self, yourself, is talking to you at the moment and giving the guidance that you need, and you're shutting it out. We shut it out for a number of reasons. Okay? But at the moment, it's not getting let in. But usually when we shut it out, because it's not within our comfort zones, or it just seems like too much of a hassle. But we know, because we try to shut it down. And it comes in as plain as day. And it's going to keep coming back. But eventually, like anything, the more we push it away, the more effective we get at pushing it away and ignore it. But your main card, Unlock the Magic Within, your intuition is trying to show you what you need to know for you to expand, for you to grow, for you to bring back the joy, for you to empower yourself, for you to evolve. At the moment, I think sometimes it's hard when we stay in our comfort zones. But at the end of the day, we're made to move. We're made to experience. We're made to do things. And sometimes it's easy just to shut ourselves off, stay online, and we sort of shut ourselves off from the world. But when we do that, we shut ourselves off from experiences, we shut ourselves off from opportunity, and we shut ourselves off from growth. Okay, because at the moment I've got the made for motion card, and this is saying that you're made to go out and experience. You're made to do things. I think karma, when you look into the definition of karma is about motion and about action. Okay, it's one of its root meanings. It's not as clear as what everyone says it is. Okay, but at the moment there needs to things to come back in balance. It starts with that inner child work. Is a very good start. Now I've mentioned it to you. Your intuition's going to be putting that in your head, going, "Hey," which you can do some on YouTube. Okay, but it's an important part. Sometimes we do it and we don't get something straight away, and sometimes we get something. We go, "Wait a second, that wasn't really trauma." Because everyone says, "Oh, it's always trauma." That's all bullshit. It's just something that has created a thought pattern that isn't in our favor. Okay, that's shutting us down. At the moment, I've got to see the pattern cards. So at the moment, it's about you listening to that intuition, empowering yourself, and taking steps to start to work through those patterns and understand those patterns. Because until we understand those patterns, circumstances will run the show. And then when circumstances run the show, we're just a victim of circumstances. So we've got to break that pattern, empowering yourself, evolution, spiritual growth, whatever you want to call it. It's all about understanding those patterns and breaking those patterns. Because when we can do that, the intuition can take us places that we would never dream of. And that's where we all want to be. We want to be on that playing field. Okay. And your second to last card is grow together. And that's about you and your inner self and the universe and the singularity of everything. It wants to grow with you. It wants to be more part of your life. It wants you to experience what you came here to experience. It wants to show you the joy. But there's some things to do, and it starts with listening to your intuition and understanding that you're made of the same stuff stars made of. Okay, and we got to get past ourselves. And when we can't get past ourselves, it's because we're in self-judgment and we're in fear. Okay, but if you start following your intuition, start that healing process, you'll go far. It takes a lot of effort and it's not always easy. But that's okay. Life wasn't meant to be easy. It has its moments. Okay. And the last card I got for you is from the Spirit Guide deck. It says, release toxic relationships. Okay. Ones that aren't serving you. Now, this happens when you start getting switched on spiritual. There's people that you don't have the same values. It's not that we're not friends anymore. It's just we don't resonate with them. And we're on a different journey. It's hard. But we all go through it. Okay? I hope that's helped you, love.
Thank you.
Lani, have you recently, or say recently can be anything. It's not yesterday, it could be a week, it could be yesterday, it could be a month, a year, it could be 5 years. You've closed yourself off. Your heart chakra is closed. And you're out of balance. Your sacral is out, your solar is out. I can't find your base. Not that I can't find it. What it feels for me is that you're grounding or the roots for your grounding are have decayed. So there's no grounding. The throat chakra is just, there's an inflammation in your throat chakra area. It feels like you want to say, there's a volcano building up in you. You're about to explode, about to scream, you're about to shout. But something more in your solar plexus area, between your solar plexus and your sacral. Now they're actually red, and they shouldn't really be red in the sense of in the red that I see. It's more like a flame, fire, or something um, it's in your sacral and your solar plexus. Your sacral should be nice orange and yellow for your solar plexus. But if it has a lot to do with what has happened at some stage, which has caused you to close your heart off. There's a dragon. It's a yellow dragon that I see as well, which is interesting because the yellow dragon's trying to, its claws aren't on you, but it actually is aiming to get it's constantly trying to get your chakras to actually activate and to work properly. And it's trying to entwine itself, but it can't get there because something has occurred which is not allowing you to open yourself up the way that you were once open or want to be open. It's just, there's a confusement there. It's more on your behalf. Your third eye, well, visually, you're overthinking things. You're holding on to things that have occurred. You're not present enough to accept or acknowledge what is occurring in the moment. You're hoping for something. There's something ahead of yourself. It's just there's a confusement in your mind, but you're not present. Start working and clearing your chakras. Do you? You don't have to answer, but do you? Are you seeing a doctor? Do you need to be seeing a doctor for some particular reason around your stomach area? Is there something in that?
I've got I've got diabetes type 2. But yeah, I am overdue for another doctor's visit. They're only doing phone calls at the moment due to COVID. Yeah, there has to be an issue sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I feel I'm not quite certain, but to me, now I say I'm not quite certain because I cannot see clear enough. Whatever it is that's caused you to look, I don't know whether it is COVID. I don't actually want to go that because I don't, for myself personally, that's somebody else's story. You've closed your heart chakra, and that's where you really need to bring your focus. It's to opening your heart chakra and grounding yourself. Because it doesn't feel that you are grounded. It feels like you're over listening or overthinking things that you're hearing. Yeah, the world is going to be saying a lot of things constantly. What is good for you is to focus on yourself and not what is happening around you. We don't ignore what's happening around us, but we don't allow what is happening around us to actually dictate how we feel. If we hear negative information, well, is it really negative or is it yours? Is it supposed to be yours? Do you want to take it on? Do you take it on? Why do you take it on? How does it really assist you by taking it on? Many are saying many things at this moment, but I do feel that you need to work on heart chakra at this moment and your grounding. Your roots feel like they're decaying, so you're not grounding to the earth itself. Go get yourself a good go and get grounding done. Go and learn how to do grounding. Go and appreciate nature. Appreciate it for what it is. Walk barefoot on the land. Feel the land under your feet, and absorb the moment. You know, walk in the park. Look at the trees and appreciate the trees for what they are in that moment. Is a leaf falling? You know, is there a brown leaf? It's not right. It's not wrong. It's a process that is occurring. Trees will always show us so much. When the leaves drop, they're telling us, you know, that it's over and done with. Don't need that anymore. I'll be bare for a while, and the new ones come through. You need to focus on, and again, I'm going to stay to last time here. focus on your heart chakra, open it up again, because doesn't benefit us. It doesn't actually benefit us if we close it to the world, because we're closing it to ourselves as well. Open your heart chakra again. Find that happiness that you've seemed to have lost, and ground yourself. Be in the present moment. Hopefully, I'll get to see you again at some stage with your heart chakra open and a lot more grounded and in the present moment, allowing the moment to be exactly what it's supposed to be. I hope that's helped you.
Yep, that's spot on. Yeah, everything just sunk in. I was assaulted earlier this year in April, and I was told that it broke my heart. And I wasn't expecting it. It just happened out of nowhere. So this whole face got punched in, and I had to have a plate put in. And yeah, it was family it came from in regards to the incident. But it was just
That's cool.
upstairs weren't aware of it. No one was aware of it downstairs. It just happened out of the blue.
And there's your decaying roots. Thank you. Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Family's our roots. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I've taken most of the year off not to do so much for other people and just trying to get over the incident, the well-being side, and it has taken most of the
Yeah. Look, again, I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm not saying it should have happened or shouldn't have happened. I won't go into that conversation. That's a deep one in itself to go to that. Brooke mentioned it before, and I always mention it as well. Everything happens for a reason. No, it's not to encourage others to go and do something like that. But what is it that you didn't see in that situation? What is it that you're not looking at now? You know, the time that it happened, it's not happening right now. To keep replaying it in your mind, your body is, so the mind itself is very powerful. And as we think, we're creating that situation for ourselves over and over and over again. So the body is responding to our thoughts. Start to think positive. Where are you now? What is good for you? Start looking, even if it's one little thing that is good, that you really are happy to have or be in a situation, somebody, something, it doesn't matter. Focus on that goodness, because that's when your heart will start to open. That's when you'll really be able to start working with your heart chakra again and being in the present moment. Present moment is grounding. Yes, we work with our base chakra. Yes, we work with the land itself, because that's all happening at the same time. It's all in this moment. Find that happiness again, and don't allow what happened to control how you feel, because you're in control. Don't allow them to govern you. You govern you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope that has helped. And yes,
Oh,
I'd like
that
to
was
see you
brilliant.
again. Yeah, I'd like to see you again. See that smile, that's more your truth, and that opens up your heart a little bit as well. I would like to see you again at some stage and just see, just to feel that energy again, because I know deep inside there's so much more, but you've blocked yourself up from that more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you, Larry.
Thank you very much.
You're
Have a
welcome.
lovely morning.
Hey, Judy. Hey, Cassandra.
Cassandra.
It's funny you were saying
Judy.
about the grounding. I was watching a feed on Twitter, and this researcher, this doctor, chemist or something, what he was doing is taking blood samples of normal people and putting it under the microscope, and then he would ground them for 45 minutes and then take another blood sample. And when you put them together, ungrounded, the blood it'd like clump. It'd clump together in areas and create structures. But when the person was grounded, it was just all floating there, all nice and even, and it all nice and uniform. So it was just showing you that ungrounded, it just when you're ungrounded, it just
You
clogs
wanna
up
block.
everything.
Our taskmaster, I've got to do a task for me. So I miss these ones.
Yeah, that's it, Chantel. Yeah,
Lange. Thank
she's
you,
got it
Lange.
too.
Mm.
Yeah, the blood and plasma. It just when you're grounded, it's sort of all nicely apart and doing its job. And when ungrounded, they showed it under the microscope, and it was all clumped together in areas doing weird stuff. When you're ungrounded.
Blood is alive, yes.
Mm.
That's yeah, again, without getting too much into what they've been doing, that is keeping us ungrounded. You know, even the right frequency, the blood itself, the vibration in the blood shows something completely different. Uh, when we have that frequency of fear, that affects not just our thoughts; it affects every part of
Yeah,
our body, every molecule inside us. The blood itself, the blood carries a lot of things. And the main thing that it carries is a lot of oxygen.
yeah.
That's why they
Hence,
affect external, affects
5G.
internal. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and most people don't realize how bombarded they are. You got Wi-Fi going through your house.
You know, it's not as much the Wi-Fi. And again, this is going to sound a bit strange because it's not as much the Wi-Fi, it's that frequency that they're using that it piggybacks on Wi-Fi. I know. It's those frequencies, which is, you know, once upon a time they used to speak about the subliminal messaging. That's the same thing that they're doing. It's the same with, you know, it's what I said earlier. You turn the TV on. There's that particular frequency. That's what it actually is. It's the frequency that comes through it. Um, Wi-Fi and things that we have today are not bad. It's what they do in them that actually affects us. Wi-Fi doesn't actually affect us. It's the frequencies they use that piggybacks on the Wi-Fi itself. Again, you know, in the ether, um, we speak about, we say Wi-Fi. Right this moment, in the air itself, TV, the frequency is affecting us. Radio is affecting us. What else is running through? Telephones are affecting us. Everything is through this. Well, we used the word before, ether. Everything is floating through it. So that's always going to affect us. We are receivers of all forms of energy. It's not, and the only reason it really affects us is because we don't know how to increase our energy, to open ourselves up to not be affected by it. It's around us. It's an experience we can have. We can choose to feel affected by it, or we choose to acknowledge it. Okay, yep, no, I don't like that frequency. I'm not going to allow that in my system anymore. Hello. Hello, Mila. If I didn't say hello, I'm saying hello.
Hey, Mandy.
We are so capable. The ability that we have to center ourselves, and this is again, you know, this is where ground yourself, center yourself, um, uh, be present, because everything is happening around you. And if you're focusing on this or focusing on that, you're focusing on all of that which is around you. Be centered. Acknowledge that this is occurring. Okay. Yeah, it's like when you go into the water, when you go for a swim. The water's around you.
I don't know, Emma. Emma,
affecting
you're
you,
probably
or
just
you're enjoying
you're
it?
probably just you're probably just crazy, Emma.
That is a possibility that you are crazy.
There you go, Emma. Okay, here comes trouble.
Hello.
There you go.
I'm good. Just trying to get this light sorted.
That's enough light.
All right then.
That's a good view.
All right.
Question. They
Yeah.
recognize you there for a moment.
Oh, sorry. I've been just trying to sort this stuff in my car where there's a bit of space.
Are you a victim, are you? Oh, one of our victims
Hey?
for the night. That's okay, mate.
Yeah, I was trying to go
Remember.
somewhere that didn't interfere with the show, with the sound.
Oh,
Seems to work.
it's a surprise that you're on, that's all.
Yeah.
Not that you shouldn't be
But-
on, not that you should be on, but you are on. It's just a surprise.
Yeah. I feel like give it a go.
You give it a go.
That's it.
You have a high energy person that you live with.
Yes.
What are you going to give a go? He's right there. Walk up to him and say to him, slap me in the back of the head because I need it at this moment because I'm not paying attention to things.
Yeah, but you know, once you start, you don't want to stop.
Yeah.
It's usually over the dishes.
Okay, Mr. Christian. Heart chakra, mate. Can you focus there, heart chakra?
Heart chakra. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I want you to take a deep breath there. Take a really deep breath. Hold it for 3 seconds and release. And Brooke will start. And it seems like it's always going to be Brooke starting unless he's not.
Well, this comes back. I haven't got this card in this deck, but what I'm getting is it's about letting go of the pride. It's about worrying too much what other people think. There's just too much self-judgment at the moment. There's too much self-judgment because just judgment, which comes from pride and fear, is running the show at the moment.
Yeah.
The first card that I've got in your main pile is the Protection Guardian, but it's inverted. Drop your shields. You got shields up. Okay? You've got your barriers around you. You've got your guard. You've got your little world. Okay? And you've built a wall around yourself at the moment. Okay?
Yeah.
But at the bottom of the main deck, I've got the High Priestess, harness the mystic power. See, the High Priestess understands the mysteries, understands what it's about, understands that there's knowledge out there, understands exactly what's going on. Okay? But what's standing between you and your main pile is with your shields up, is the key to wisdom. It's not being embraced. It's not being developed. It's being pushed aside. We can have all the wisdom in the world. We can have all the knowledge in the world. But if we don't make the choice to apply it, I mean, it even says in the Bible, Jesus said, he said, it's like giving pearls to a swine is not going to make it beautiful. Like wisdom to a fool, it's like giving pearls to a swine. Okay? This is not saying you're a swine or anything, This is saying there's wisdom around, but as long as you build a wall, you're trying to shut everything out. You're trying to shut out the growth. You're trying to shut out the world and stay in your comfort zone. Because the main action card I got for you is the wise one. Grow beyond your current situation. And this is inverted. This means you've got a wall. You understand what's going on to a degree, but at the moment you're not using wisdom, and you've built a wall around your comfort zone, and growing in the current situation, it's about shutting it out. Because at the moment you're too far inside your head, thinking about this, thinking about that, thinking about the past, thinking about what they think, thinking of this thing. Now, we can do all the meditation in the world, right? We can connect with all the spirits in the world. Until we use the wisdom and we apply that to our life to make the right choices to grow, gifts don't mean shit. Wisdom doesn't mean shit. It's like there was a movie called Blown Away, and the guy said, look, it doesn't matter how complex or how powerful a bomb is. If it doesn't detonate, it's nothing more than a cheap trinket. It's worthless. It doesn't do its job. And at the moment, you've got to choose to do that job. Because underneath, grow within your current situation, I've got the druid. Hold the space. Okay? And we've talked about this before. Holding the space is all about when the circumstances come and they try to tip us and we get emotional, the first thing we do is we don't react, because that's all we can control is how we react. Okay? We've got to hold that space. And even though we feel like reacting, we've got to hold that space and go, wait a sec, let's not react. But internally, we're feeling pissed off. We want to yell.
Yeah.
But it starts by not reacting and recognizing that you're getting pissed off. And each time we do this, it just we get better at it and better at it. But as soon as we react, then we get emotional and we feed it. And at the moment, you're being called to draw on all your inner wisdom and use it to make choices. Because look, the last card I've got for you is the Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. No one else can unlock it for you. No one's going to give you a download, an activation, any of that crap. If you don't use your wisdom to make choices to grow, the rest of spirituality is worthless bullshit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's meaningless. It's just like you might as well put it in a book and leave it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have everything you need to grow. You have everything you need to move forward. It all starts with making that choice. Okay. But at the moment, it feels like the shields. You got the shields up. Okay. So someone criticizes, or someone might be making a joke, or just bringing up something from the past, and then shields. Okay, and then you come out of the moment. Then you go inside your head, you come out of the moment. And next to your main action card, I've got enjoy the moment. This is all about being grounded and in the moment. And until we're truly present in the moment, we're letting our subconscious, we're on autopilot. The only way we come out of autopilot is making that choice.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last card I've got for you is Be yourself. Stop worrying about what everyone else thinks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, circumstances will run your life. I hope that's helped.
Yes, it has. Thanks, bro.
No worries.
Question.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say to you because I say a lot to you as it is. But what I'm going to say
Yeah.
to you is to try a couple of things. Change your routine. And I've said that to you before. Change your routine. Start doing something completely different.
Yeah.
Even waking up at a different time, going to bed at a different time. Your sacral, work on your sacral. Grounding. Look, your base is starting to work because you're actually out and about at this moment, writing and so forth. I hope you're continuing that. Overactive throat. Again, I think that if you start changing what you do and not use your throat chakra as much as you are at this moment, I think it'll start to work a little bit better.
Give it a break.
Overthinking. You're again overthinking things. I've already mentioned to you. You do overthink. Don't focus about what you're thinking. Don't focus about how things could be. Focus on what you're doing as you're doing it.
Yeah.
I feel that's what all you require at this moment.
Yeah.
Look, again, being that you're, I do hope that you're continuing to ride, and I hope Brooke is pushing you on this. And that's going to assist with your base chakra. It's not about, now I'm going to say cord cutting, but you don't require cord cutting, but it's really your sacral, but it's affecting your solar plexus as well, which, your heart chakra, you're enjoying yourself, you're actually in a good space on that aspect of it. But you'll notice that as you continue to be more in the present and more keeping yourself clear and changing your routines, your heart will start to open up a lot more as well. As your heart chakra opens up, you'll start to feel that healing, your own healing energy start to shift throughout your body. You are changing. I can see even your features have actually altered a lot, which is really good because I can see a difference in the way that you're presenting yourself. Continue what you're doing, but work on your sacral, and really just the main thing is to start changing your habits, change the way that you do things, alter them, do something completely different. Don't do the same things as you used to do. Just change them. As
Yeah.
I said, get up in the morning at 6 o'clock, go for a ride. Go to bed at 8 o'clock because you'll be too knackered anyway. Get up 6, go to bed early, get up
Yeah.
earlier. Go out and watch the sunrise. Start doing that.
Yeah.
That's all, mate. Look, when you're confused, just feel your feet, be in the present moment, focus on your heart, take a deep breath, let it out, and just chill. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't overthink. Don't allow the mind, the brain, its actual effect, but don't allow that to just start creating all these possibilities, because they are possibilities. They're not what is occurring in the moment. Be in control.
Yeah.
Again, everyone, be in control of your thoughts. Don't let your thoughts control you.
Yeah.
That's all, mate. All right, I always speak to you. You know
Thanks.
you can always talk. You're welcome, mate.
Absolutely.
Have a good evening.
Thanks, Stathi. Thanks, Brooke. And I can't hear.
You're on mute, Brooke.
I pulled 3 cards at the start of the reading and put them to the side just to see where you're at the moment, and they all come in inverted. Process and absorb. Okay, things are, because you're not in the present, things are flying through your head. Okay, what's happening is not getting processed properly, it's not getting absorbed. This means you're not struggling to see things for what they are.
Yeah.
An unfair judgment. Okay, because you're not seeing things for what they are. Okay, you're totally in judgment mode, self-judgment, judgment everywhere. Okay, and this is distorting your connection. Okay, the purity of your connection is distorted at the moment. So clarity is going to be hard in that mind. Okay. I hope that's helped.
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you going for coffee while you're out there? Where is
Thanks,
it? Have I
guys.
got it? Let's see it. See you, mate.
See ya.
See you, mate. Hello, Rachel. How are you?
Hey, Rachel. I can't speak for everyone. I can speak for me. I'm good. I'm good.
Unless you're everyone.
I'm always good because I choose to be.
Unless you're everyone. Can't you be everyone?
Wait a sec.
Be everyone.
Ah, man, I don't want everyone's stuff.
We all get everybody's stuff. It's what we
I
focus on and
know.
don't realize.
So what are you putting into the collective, people? Are we worrying about the small things? Or are we being light workers and holding that space to help the collective shift?
Someone is going to have to explain to me what a light worker is. Do they work on lights? They change light globes?
Yes, they do. Why not? And they do it with love. I think
are they those love and light people?
The love and light people. Yeah. Classic deflection, away from self-mastery.
I've never understood what that meant. Light worker. A light worker. Okay, you work lightly or you...
Well, you think light worker that they would be vibrating towards the light to raise the vibration, but the love and light is just deflection without truth.
Yeah, still don't get it.
I have a video on it where I explain it better.
Yeah, I don't get. I just don't. I don't get those who call themselves light. I don't get it.
It's just a thing people use to come together and not segregate. That's it. Because if we want to come together as a collective and as planetary beings, the best way we can do that is by segregating everyone with different labels.
Yeah.
Why can't we just be living beings?
I have a lot of Mandy Kearns, yeah. Mandy, I have a lot of issues with. I have a lot of questions, not issues, more questions than there is anything else. I just don't get a lot of the titles that people put on themselves. I don't get, personally, I don't even understand what a channel is. Who do they channel?
Channel 10.
To channel something for something is stating that you don't know yourself. So I sort of don't even get what a channel is. I question a lot of things, and that's these are the things that I question. What is a channel? What are they channeling? Who are they channeling? Spirits? I mean, the devil's are spirits. Be clear about it, I suppose. Don't get it. No matter how much someone would try and explain it to me, I still wouldn't get it.
Well, there's a lot of things thrown, a lot of labels thrown around. But people, if you do your research into the infiltration of the New Age movement, beware what you're using. But I trust you all do that because you guys are after the truth. Do you want to know?
Yeah. Amanda said, I have, hi, Penny. Hi, Paul and Ray. Um, I have, I have more questions than answers on a lot of things. I don't work, as you're aware, I don't work with, that aspect of it. But for myself, it's to know who I am. I mean, don't we all really want to know who we are? Isn't that what it's about? Isn't this the journey to know ourselves?
Yeah. To bring yourself into alignment.
And you know, what is it? Yeah, so I don't want to go to this for many reasons. I don't want to go here, but what is it that one is that relies on somebody else to tell them what they are and what information they can get when the information that they're looking for or channeling for, they already have it. What's the point? I mean, wouldn't it be best to clear all the obstacles that prevent yourself from opening the doors to realize there are no doors for starters, to get to your core, to understand who you are, what you are, how, we speak, there are many terms, the collective consciousness or the Akashic records or Christ consciousness. Again, terms, words, they're just words. We use those words, but do we really focus on who we are and what we already have? All that information, it's accessible to all of us, and we don't need a medium or something in between to say to us, "Oh, yeah, come to me and I'll tell you." How about finding it for yourself? Yeah, I can. You want to come on the show? Ravia? And both do reading for you. I don't do readings. He reads. I bite. He doesn't.
What?
Love
What do
you.
you mean?
You need to come onto the show.
That's an interesting point, Emma. But why would you call it channel? Is that a reference point? To whom would I be? Oh, listen to.
You know,
I know what you
again,
mean, though, Emma.
Penny, when we to get to the core of it, to go deep past the words that we use, um, to see things in a different way. Yes, there are so many layers of the onion, and there are so many layers. Which layer do you choose to associate with? And for myself, it's not about what we associate with, because what we're associating with is just a layer, is just an experience. Who's the experiencer? So I don't go to, as much as the experience is interesting, what about the experiencer? Don't we want to know who is actually experiencing, who's associating, who's attaching to whatever it is that they're attached to? We speak of the education, but who's the educated one? So, again, when I say depth, to go to the core of it all, go to the center of it all, to the beginning itself, that which is experiencing, not the experience. That which has been educated, not the education. We can speak words till the cows come home. But to go to that core, to look within oneself, to get the answer for oneself, not because somebody gave you the answer. Acknowledging that the many have their own opinion, yes, To know oneself, yeah, that takes a lot of work. Takes a lot of work to dismiss this thing that is called an ego. Stop the ego from believing. To stop the ego from everything that the ego is associated with. To understand why the ego is just as important as any other aspect of ourselves. To understand why the ego is a little child that is just run amok, believing this and believing that. So why one has a body, but one is not the body, but can't be separate from the body. But not because someone tells you, but to see it for yourself. To ask questions that are not, it doesn't matter how many times someone gives you an answer for it, it's not the answer. Our true selves are beyond the words. Our education cannot speak about that which we are. Well, it's not to know oneself. Yes, it's very. It's not about knowing oneself because there's something about that in itself to understand it. It's knowing what you're not. I don't know. Did you ask them? So, Mandy, it's not about experiencing and the experiencer. You cannot be what you're experiencing. There has to be two. And knowing the experience is not knowing oneself. Because what we do get to know is the experience. So we go to that which we are not. So know that which you are not. What are you left with? But who was it that thought the original thought? There goes the horse that you ride, called body. The ego is just a little I. Understand where the word ego comes from. The origin of words. When you get to understand the origin of words, they have a different meaning, a different association to the ones that we know today.
Like anything, it has to come into balance. Soy chips.
Right. Something unhealthy, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't. Lorraine bought around caramel mud cake today. But we had a healthy tea from the garden out as well. They are crunchy. Yeah, but you have to come on the show. See here, to get a reading, you must come on the show because this is more than a reading show. Yeah, Chantel, without an ego, we wouldn't survive. We would be a mess. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, ego comes from the Greek word, which means I. It just means I. In Greek, you ask me who I am. I'll say ego είμαι. I am. So ego, είμαι. I am. It's to be in the present moment, to constantly watch the moment itself unfolding, and to realize that which you call the past is a memory. But to understand what the word memory means and where it originated from, why it was used, how it was used. Many people want to go to ideas, but they don't want to look. They don't want to look to understand. They want to understand without looking. They don't want to study. They want the information provided to them. They don't want to do the work. It's not something to do the work. And when we say do the work, it's a challenge. Yes, I can appreciate it's a challenge. But the challenge itself, the reward at the end of it, it's not a reward because you're not after a reward afterwards. Once you see it for what it is. And again, it's not about somebody telling you this is how it is. No. Somebody not telling you anything, but guiding you to see it for yourself.
You can, Pauline Ray, if you come on the show. This show, you must come on the show to get a reading. It's different to most shows. I have a Thursday reading show and a Sunday reading show that you don't have to come on the show. Actually, I'd prefer you wouldn't come on those shows. Oh, how you click on the StreamYard link. Okay, I'm going to think StreamYard link. StreamYard link, please appear in the comments section.
Oh, wow, look at the magician go.
Manifesting, baby, manifesting.
Well done, mate. The magician. Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have Tia. Hey, Tia, how you going? Hey, gorgeous.
Hi, Tia.
How are you
Hello.
today?
The
I'm
heart
good.
chakra. Come on. To your heart chakra. Take a deep breath in. Your count to 3, release.
Tia. Out of balance. I don't know what you've been thinking about. Your heart is really heavy. You know, when my mind runs away and it's hard, but it starts with us. Something comes into our mind that sucks, that's heavy. We can entertain that thought and feed it, We can go, let's change the subject. I need to change the subject. I need to think happy thoughts. You hear people going, happy thoughts. Okay? It's hard. But when we do that, each time we do it, the negative thoughts take longer to come in, and we get better at switching to that happy thought, to that happy place. And it gets to the stage where the negativity comes. When we keep practicing this, thought comes in like a wave up a beach. We've got to change it, and it can be really hard. Because why? Because we're programmed, or we've trained our mind and our subconscious to just run away with these thoughts. Okay? To totally run away with these thoughts. And it starts with us. This is why it's so important to do the work. Because when the thought comes in, we go, I got to change, I got to stop myself from thinking about it, because this is bringing me negativity. This is bringing me pain. It's bringing stuff that I don't need. And if we keep entertaining that thought, it's hard. We've got to change our mind and think of something else. And the more we continue to do that in everyday life, the better we get at it. And the better we get at it, we get to the point where we can shift our energy. When the negative energy comes in and we change our mind and we just go, boom, open my heart, pump heart out, and we can change our field around us. But it starts with doing that little work. It starts with changing that mind, changing that thought, just pushing it away and going, okay, I got a happy thought. Did you watch Harry Potter? You familiar with Harry Potter? Not really?
Harry Potter. I read all his books.
Okay, you know how when he does the Patronus charm?
I can't hear you
Expecto
properly. You're going in and out.
Okay, he does a Patronus charm, and what happens is these feeders come in, pure negativity, makes him feel like sad, depressed, everything. And the only way to counter it is he does his spell or whatever, but he has to change. He has to put a thought in his head, a positive thought with joy and love. At the moment, it's the battle of the mind for you. Things are out of balance. And I've got a card here. It's inverted. Stand up and fight. Okay? It starts with us at the moment. Is the battleground. The first battleground is the mind. And it starts with us reclaiming our mind. Because if we can't reclaim our mind, our heart will be a victim of whatever we're thinking of. Okay? It's the first battleground. And it takes a while. It takes training, and sometimes but no matter what we go through, and no matter how we feel, we can go, if I shift my thought, I can shift my feelings, I can shift my energy. And this is the whole basis of self-mastery. First card I pulled for you is the Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. This is the universe telling you that you've got this if you make that choice. You have the power. You have everything that you need to make the choice. Okay, but it doesn't all happen at once. And it's not always easy. But let's say the thought comes in. We think, I got to change, I got to shift my mind. You know, I've had a lot of experiences. I've had quite a few traumatic experiences in the last 12 months. And when I thought about it, I could feed it. And it was the first couple of times, it was really hard to keep pushing out those negative thoughts and think of something positive. And then I think of something positive, I still had that bad feeling. Even though I was trying to think of something positive. But eventually I got better at it. And sometimes it's like, you know, when you got your heart broken, the more you change the subject, the more you push out and change your thought and not entertain the thought, The next time, eventually, it starts to come in. You start to get more time in between that thought, and it's quick. You can get quicker at pushing it out. Okay, because one of the basics, the whole foundation of evolution, expansion, or whatever you want to call it, spirituality, whatever you want to call it, is taking control of what's in here, so it won't dictate what's in the heart. Because of your main pile, I've got the Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. This is the universe saying, hey, you have the capability. But the card that's come under it is the Hunter card, inverted. Track down your fears and desires. You know, we want to desire something. We need to move towards it. Otherwise, our thoughts run riot, and then that dictates how we feel. And if you want to manifest the good stuff, you want that joy in your life, you want that happiness, that comes from taking control. And then aligning your energetic body, opening that heart, and not being a victim of life, going, no, I'm in charge now. I take control. Okay, but it takes work. We continually have to catch ourselves and remind ourselves constantly, every single time. But the middle card that came in between it, and I've got stand up and fight over here for your profile. That's inverted, and your middle card for your main pile is the Lord card. Take charge with authority. This is good news, Tia. This is powerful. This is saying you can do it. You have everything that you need to do it. We make the choice, and it takes time, and we train ourselves. And that's what's on the cards for you at the moment. Because in the moment, too much inside your head, too much overthinking, too much running around. That's the battlefield. That is your battlefield at the moment. It's taking control of that mind and those thoughts. I mean, this is the basic of self-mastery, spirituality, whatever you want to call it. And I've seen so many people that just don't grasp it. And they call themselves awakened. But at the moment, it's about getting out of your head, coming into the present moment, because at the moment you're struggling to hold that space, that positive space, and that all starts with that. That all starts with you. Playing that mind is controlling that mind. Okay? Because when you can calm that and bring that back into balance, I got the Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. But you need to heal first. And for you to heal, you need to gain control of that steering wheel in that car called life. Okay, and then it all starts here. And coming from the right heart space. That takes time. So there's a lot of alignments and balancing you need at the moment. But the last card I've got for you is inverted, the High Priest, intend and create. Which is good. Because as soon as you take charge with authority, unlock the magic within you, and start making those choices, that battleground of the mind, you put the intention out there, then when you start to create, boom, you can manifest your heart's desires, the life that you wanted. Okay? I hope that's helped you, Tia.
Yeah. I can't really hear you, but I hear bits and pieces, but I will look back on it.
I think you're around 1 hour 30, 1 hour 25. If you watch the replay.
Yeah.
I would only repeat what Brooke said. I don't really have much to offer you. This goes to everyone, but I'm focusing on you. Get to understand, or to really understanding is not even the right word, because that word itself has a lot of meaning to it. As you start to work with yourself and start to be in the present moment, to acknowledge the moment. When I say acknowledging the moment, as Brooke mentions, the moment itself is to truly understand that the words that are being spoken right now are past tense. In the moment, every movement becomes the past. There is nothing that's coming after this moment. It's been in this present and allowing it to unfold for what it is. To come to that level of one's own knowledge, what comes from that? That's for yourself to experience. Work on your chakras. Get to understand what these energy points are. Chakras are just their energy. The body's made up of energy. That energy itself, to understand how the chakras work, which is based on 7 chakras. There's a lot more than just 7 chakras. 7 basic chakras that are connected to the rainbow. The rainbow itself is created by the sun. The sun is one light. To see it, though, to work with it, to allow it to be what it is, to watch it unfold in the moment. I can sit here and I can say to you, you do overthink things. I mean, most of us do as well. You have a world around you that can be amazing when you start to look at it with new eyes, when you start to see it for something that, questioning it. What is a cat? What is a tree? What is this? What is that? When you start to question it and remove, and again, this is where I say, not what someone told you, but your own experience. See, doing the work is questioning things that you have just taken for granted. Someone has told you something and you've accepted it to be because somebody else told you. How about starting to know what you know? Questioning what you've been told and starting to look within yourself and say, okay, well, what did I know this to be? So that's where being in the moment is. That's how to be in the moment, by questioning everything that is presented to you as it's presented to you. Not accepting things to be what you believe them to be because, I told you. Your name, is that your name? Or is that the name that you're using because somebody told you that's who you are? You say, this is where working, getting to do the work, questioning every aspect of yourself, but being present, most importantly, is to be present. Your solar plexus, connections with past, start cutting them, do some cord cutting. Throat chakra, you can say a lot of things, you can speak, but a lot of the speaking, how's it really assisting you? What is it you're really talking about? Who are you talking to? What are the conversations? Start paying attention to them. Who are you listening to? Who is giving you information about others? Is that what you really want to be focusing on? You want to be thinking about what somebody else did, what somebody else might be doing? So there's a lot of things that create distractions, and I do feel that you have been distracted. There is a lot of work to do, and it is up to you to actually take that first step and say, well, this is going to be your second step, but take that step and say, okay, where do I want to be now? Not tomorrow. You'll never see tomorrow. What do you want right now? What do you want to do? How do you want things to be? Because this is where you start making the change, not tomorrow. That is all I have to you. Do the work. Question. If you're not certain what the questions are, hey, there are plenty of us out there that can assist. How deep down the rabbit hole do you really want to go? How much work do you want to do? It's not about I'll do some today and I'll do some tomorrow. It's a constant thing. No, we don't ignore that. We've got to pay bills and we go to the shop and we need to make sure there's food in the fridge. We don't ignore those, but they're just part of something else that one comes to see and realize why they're doing that as well. That is all, Tia. I hope that's all.
Thanks, Tia.
Volume wise.
Watch the
You
replay.
can't hear, can you?
It'll be clearer.
Hmm.
Oh my God! How could you say that, Stathi? Just mucking around.
I can tell. It just feels that she's not really picking up. She also mentioned that she's not getting things clear from you.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, just watch the replay. Thanks, Tia.
Mm-hmm. Thanks,
Thank
Tia.
you.
Okay. Next we have Pauline.
Hey,
Paul.
how are
Sorry.
you?
Wrong one.
Huh?
Sorry, Loretta. Wrong one. I've got someone in the queue before you.
Oh,
1 sec.
okay.
Sorry. Wrong button. Hey, Pauline. How you going?
I'm doing good.
Oh, that's awesome. Where are you from, Pauline?
From San Antonio,
What's the weather like there?
Texas.
Okay. What's Texas like weather-wise at the moment?
The weather, it's not good right now. It looks like it's gonna rain tonight for Halloween.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they're cloud seeding or what they're doing in South Australia, but it's been bizarre weather. It was
Yeah,
hot.
Texas weather is
Yeah.
something else. Bipolar.
Yeah, it's a bit like that everywhere at the moment. Do you know your chakras?
Huh?
Do you know your chakra system?
No.
Okay. Can I just get you to focus on your heart, where your heart is, your heart space? And just put your focus on there, your awareness on your heart. You're carrying other people's burdens. It's hard. With family and people we care about.
Wow, you didn't right on the dot.
Well, everything starts. We want life to sort of come in to some, people go like, yeah, I want to be happier. I want a better life. I need change. I want change. People say all these things, but then they just go to reader looking for circumstances to line up. Okay, and the problem with that is then we become a victim of circumstances, and it's pretty much game over. We just go back to normal life, and then however it turns out is however it turns out. But when we want that joy, there's something always deep inside our soul that says that we need more. There's more out there, and I want some. And that starts with us making choices. But at the moment, first card I've got for you It's the shield maiden. It's inverted. But at the moment, it looks like you're like, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I do this? It does look like you're seeking, but the universe is saying, okay. The universe is almost like going, hey, okay, seeking what? I feel like, the universe is not being a smart ass, but sort of going, okay. But it's putting it back on you, Pauline. What do you want? What do you want to achieve? Do you know? If you don't know, have you asked?
I want to achieve everything that I couldn't achieve before. My number one achievement is to be a better mother.
Well, at the moment,
to be a better mother.
Well, at the moment, you've got to understand why. And when I mean why, this is about digging really deep. See, we go on the surface level, we can go, I want to be a better mother. But in all truth, that starts with us being a better us. Okay? A mother is exterior, that's secondary. Okay? That's down the line. You have to be you first, know you first. And as you improve yourself and understand yourself, then that part of you will naturally just follow suit. Okay? The first card I got for you is Make Plans and Focus. That's inverted. Okay? And the bottom card I've got on your main pile, what the reading's about, is Be Devoted and Committed. Okay, and that's inverted, which is interesting because in your profile, inverted, I've got make a choice to make. So there's some work to do. Okay? There's some work. And we can go, like, it's futile going, hey, look, I want to be a better mother. I mean, we want that. But what I'm saying, it comes back to you being a better you. And at the moment, I've got the Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. So there's some healing to do. Pauline, you've got some healing to do. You've got some things to understand about yourself. Okay? It's confronting. But the Water Guardian connecting with our emotions, when something happens, when we react. I mean, it's the best way we could learn is when we get triggered, when we react, when we overreact, or we have a feeling like we get pissed off with ourselves, because you're in so much self-judgment that you've got to let go of that, because it's a self-judgment is like that will obscure you seeing you and understanding you. And if you can't see and understand you, how are you going to find what to heal? Okay, so at the moment it's about connecting with your emotions. And when as I say, the best thing is when you get triggered or you overreact or you get pissed off or you get sad about something, it starts by asking yourself why. Okay, you ask yourself, why do I feel that way? And there's the obvious reason, the thing that triggered it. Then we need to look back. When else did I feel that same way? And what is it that I am actually feeling? And then we look at other points of our life where we felt like that, and we trace it back. Like a hunter, we hunt our emotions down. And this can lead to showing ourselves, one, our patterns, and where it started, where this started, because when we react and we do things, we've developed habits. Okay, people say it's just us. They go, oh no, it's just the way I am. If you are your habits, and habits are trained and habits are built, what have you built? Okay, You can fix a house, you can fix a person. Sometimes you do need to rip things down to the foundation. But at the moment, it's about you connecting with your emotions and understanding why and where that understanding came from. So the best thing you could do would be to start going onto YouTube and going, how do I connect with my emotions? Look up inner child healing, anything like that on YouTube. Okay, come back, watch this video, this reading later, and then just go, okay, yep. Because until you do that work and start, as I said, your first card is make plans and focus. It's inverted. So this is, you're scattered inside your head. Don't know where to go. Don't know how to do. You've come here. Right? The bottom card of your main is be devoted and committed. So you can brush this under the water, but the truth, it's about understanding you and starting with yourself. Okay? Because as we start to fix things, as we start to work on ourselves, you might not have to worry about being a better mum. As you fix yourself and understand yourself, you'll just become a better all-round person. That's just what happens. We go for the wrong. We go to fix the external. Everyone goes external to fix things. It's no. We go internal. We go to the core. Okay? We go to the core. Because that's where everything comes from. But again, I've got more cards saying, make a choice, time to rise, time to choose, be devoted and committed. Because you've got some work to do, Pauline, but everyone has to go through this. Everyone has to do that internal work. But it starts with you going within. I'm going to say, look, judgment. We've got to catch ourselves when we're in judgment. Why? Because otherwise we'll run around it. And when we run around in judgment, we're going external. And we miss things. We don't see things for what they truly are. No matter what happens, you're welcome. But no matter what happens, everything we do is on the point of the unknown. So when you find yourself running scenarios, thinking about your kids, thinking about yourself, going into judgment, right? Don't beat yourself up. Everyone beats themselves up, and beating yourself up is just deflection. Okay? I got Father Sky here, trust in the unknown. We don't know how things you don't know how things are going to unfold. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. All we can do is be present in the moment and start to do the work on ourselves now. And your last card is the Stargazer, set your sights higher. Okay? So this is in the big picture of things. You've got work ahead of you. But it all starts with making that choice and knowing who you are and start healing there. And then as we fix one thing, we don't have to fix everything, because as soon as we fix one thing, so many other things, 10, 15 things that don't, 10, 15 other things will just fall away because we're no longer that person. Okay, so it gets overwhelming, but it starts with connecting with your emotions is the key. And making that choice to follow through with it. Okay? Stop beating yourself up. That's all I've got for you. I hope to help.
Thank you.
Pauline, I would only just repeat everything that Brooke pretty much said. The only part I'll add to it is you did mention you don't know chakras. Look, there's no reason you need to know them, but they're very helpful to understand what the chakras represent and how they are associated to the body and also to emotions, because it's all part and parcel. It's not just this or that. They all work together. Um, a lot of the stuff that you're holding on to it is childhood, and it's the way that you've actually been taught from when you were young, and you've carried it through. You want to be a better mother. I think it's a little bit deeper than that, which I don't feel is right to go to. Um, it's a lot deeper than that itself. Uh, Brooke mentioned about becoming a better person. That's what that's what you really require to focus on at this moment. Being a better person for yourself. And as you become a better person for yourself, yes, that will radiate outwards. Instead of focusing on how you're going to change things tomorrow, don't change things tomorrow. They're not going to happen. Change them now. It's always about this moment that we work on. And this is when you start to make the changes for yourself. This is when you start to decide, okay, I do want to be a better person. I am a better person. Okay, so what are your actions from this moment onwards? That's where it begins. What do you start to do to be a better person? And as you start to take care of yourself to be that better person that you want to be, because that's what it is, being that better person. Uh, what's our, well, whether mothers or fathers or grandmothers or aunties, it's irrelevant who they are. What they taught us was their way of knowing things. Yes, we used them. Did it work? Yes, no, maybe, that's something that you know for yourself. What do you do from this moment onwards? Um, Start making the choices that are right for you, that will bring happiness to you. And as you put that smile on your face again, your heart will radiate. But you have to start to find that within yourself. And you have to start doing what is right for you. And you'll notice that around you things will change, but the change begins within you. You're the one that makes that change. And yeah, learn your chakras. You'll see how much that knowledge itself, and there is a lot. uh, uh, When I say learn about the chakras, it goes a lot deeper than just learning about 7 circles in your body and seven different colors. There's a lot involved in it. That's all I have for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Now have a nice day.
You have a lovely day. Enjoy your weather. We're not at the
Thank,
moment.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Brooke, we have one more, and I'm calling it after this one. Where'd you go? He's on mute. Yeah. Hi, Loretta.
Hi, hon. How you doing? I missed the hell out of you guys. I keep coming on, and I always miss you. I don't know what's been going on.
Everything happens for a reason, as they say.
What's that?
Everything happens for a reason.
Oh, yeah. Now I can't see my words to be able to read. I got like 1%, less than 1% hearing, so it's kind of hard to hear without that words to be able to read. But I'll do my best.
Okay. Do you know what your chakras are?
Yeah, I know what some of them are. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
stuck on different things.
Yeah. Focus. Yeah, look, I want to say heart chakra, but it doesn't even feel right to say that. Focus on your base chakra. Yeah, the base chakra. You know what the base chakra is?
The space chakra? Is that what you said?
Base. B-A-S-E. Base.
Oh no, I don't.
Okay, that's the bottom chakra. The first, well, People call it the first chakra, the red chakra. Yeah, if you know your chakra systems, there's 7 of them. You've got your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and base. It's the bottom one. In other words, focus on your feet for a moment. Okay. I'll just keep you there. What is it you're after? What is it you're looking for? What is it that you're actually after?
I'm sorry. I'm having a really hard time understanding without being able to read the words. Shit.
Oh, I don't know how else to say what I just said. What is it you're looking for? What is it that you want? What is it you're after?
Hey, I can hear you.
Hi, Brookie.
There you go.
I really don't know. I just want to be happy and help other people.
Yes, been busy tonight. Okay.
Okay, look, I'll put you to Brooke. Yeah. Maritza, it's I'm not. I don't feel a connection. I feel that there's just this. What I'm going to say is it's not really going to be taken on, and as you mentioned that you can't read the words, and you can't hear. You've got less than 1% of the hearing. I don't know how else to communicate with you to offer you anything. Hopefully you can go back and listen to it, and hopefully the words come through for you. But you need to work out what it is that you're really after, because it feels like there's nothing there that there's no real focus to. You want to achieve something, but you don't even know what it is that you want to achieve. It seems like it's a very superficial. Do you want to know yourself? Do you want to know how to improve yourself? We can start working on that. But it does feel that there's nothing. It's just an emptiness. You're not really. I'm not quite certain what it is, because you're not certain of what it is. Brooke, start the reading.
Hey, Loretta.
Hi, Brookie.
At the moment,
doing the Awakening Academy to get my
cool.
psychic stuff out better and everything. So hopefully I'll learn. You disappeared. Oh, there's a card.
This card says, "Hush, listen." I just pulled that out. Look, the first card I got for you is Shaolin Master reaction mode, reacting to everything. Okay. Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. But at the moment, it's just reacting. And as long as we keep reacting to everything, we're on autopilot. Okay, we're just on autopilot. Our subconscious routines are running the show at the moment. At the moment, they're running the show. There's a lot of negativity within. This is the internal. This is the game. This is the game of the mind. There's a lot of negativity in there. There's negativity around you. Okay, internal, but like negative talk to yourself from you, negative talk from people around you, and it needs to be dealt with. Okay, but in the moment you're just so in survival mode. You're just clutching for the next straw. It feels like you're just clutching for the next straw. Okay, and this is a mindset. Okay, and underlying it all, I've got the stand up and fight card. Until we make that choice to break this mindset and break these routines and break negative habits, okay, I'm talking about smoking. I don't care if you smoke. I'm talking about in here and in our hearts. Okay, do we stand up and fight and go, look, I need to know these things and do something about them? We're just hanging on for circumstances to float by. Okay, we give all our power away. At the moment, I feel like you're giving all your power away to everything external. And when we do that, it's just circumstances. That's what everything is. It's just circumstances. But I got the peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. This is saying, this is your action card. This is saying, this is inverted. This is saying you're set in your ways. Okay? And Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing every day and expecting different results. Okay? So what part are you willing to change, Loretta? What part do you want to change? Are you prepared to make the changes?
Not trying, but I just
We don't try. We do or we don't. We make the choice and we do or we don't. Sometimes when we do something, it doesn't always work. Okay? Some people call it failure, but it's just undesired result. But we still make the choice to step forward and do something. It's all about making that choice at the moment. It's time to stand up and fight if you really want it. Because something, what do they say? Something worth fighting for? You've got to work out. Because your guides, your guardians, whatever you want to call it, your inner self, the universe is there waiting for you. But until you stand up and fight for yourself and make that choice, regardless of the outcome, the universe is saying, what do you want me to do? Because at the moment, it's where you're putting your energy. Where are you putting your focus? Okay? Because do you put the focus and go deep within inside yourself and really hit the hard issues in your mind and take control of the mind and control of the heart? Or we just go through the motions? But don't try. We choose. It doesn't matter if we win or we lose, but we make that choice and we do. The outcome will present itself. But you need to make that choice. If you want to stand up and fight, or do you just want to go through the motions and look for circumstances to line up? It's up to you. But it almost feels like a waiting game.
Yeah, I just been through a lot of.
Well, the last card I've got for you is inverted. And it's the Hunter card. Track down your fears and desires. Desires is what you hope for, what you desire, what you want. And our fears is what stops us from reaching those desires. At the moment, you've given up on your desires because you're not prepared to work through your fears. And it's choice. And it's choice. And this is the basis of moving forward and growth. If we choose to do that, our hands are tied. We're victims of circumstances. It's all we can do. But I say, it's not about trying. It's about choosing. We don't always get when we make the choice to do something, we do it. If we don't get the result we want, we can give up or we can try again and learn from our last experience. Okay? But we've just got to keep making that choice to do.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just got so much stress going on and so many worries right now.
Yeah. I got the trader exchange of energies. If you put your focus, if that's where your focus is, that's your reality. That'll always be your reality. You'll struggle to manifest what you need to manifest. Okay? But if you put all your thought in, you put everything into the stress, and you put everything into the money, worries, you're going to attract more of that. But that's a deep conversation. But the peacekeeper, your action card, let go of the need to be right. Till you let go of that attitude of, hey, look, stress and worries, it's just going to feed it. You keep feeding it, it's not going anywhere. It's hard. It's hard, Loretta, but this is the choice that we've all got to make, love. We've all got to do it. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. Here, baby. Sorry about that.
I hope that's helped you, Loretta. I'll pull you one card from the spirit deck. Your last card is
The witch.
Spirit guide, message from spirit deck. It says, stay open-minded. Because if you keep telling yourself, I'm trying and it's hard, then you'll always be trying and it'll always be hard. We've got to move past these concepts, otherwise they will entrap us. Okay?
Try to keep positive and
Positive.
do that manifestations, but I'm not having no luck. And I know I shouldn't say that, because once you say that, then you don't have no damn luck.
It's deeper than that. It's more complex than that. But that's a place to start. I hope that helps somewhat, Loretta.
I'm good at helping other people. I can't help myself.
Yeah. And that's the only thing we can do. That's the only way it works. So we have to help ourselves. It's not easy. It's life. It can be a bit of a bugger. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Loretta. I hope that's helped you somewhat.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. I missed the hell out of you guys. I kept going on every day, looking, and I always missed you. I said 3 hours later, she was on 3 hours before. It's like, damn.
Yeah, they're messing with Meta, Facebook, Meta, whatever you want to call it. They're messing with it.
I don't seem to be getting any notifications. I don't know what's going on, but my phone's been really screwing up too. So I don't know if it's my phone or if it's Facebook or what it is. But I appreciated everything you're doing for me, and I'm going to try. I'm still trying. It's hard. It's not easy.
Certainly not.
Okay. Thank you. You have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. All right.
Did I pull my headphones out and then someone tried to ring me and you heard it? Because I got a missed call on Messenger. Then when I got back, my headphones under my table that I plugged in ripped out.
Okay. No. No, I
No.
didn't hear anything. Okay, I'm calling it. I'm going to call it.
Okay. Yep. Are you tired? Are you tired, mate?
I don't know if I'm going to fall asleep, but yes, I am tired. It's been a long one.
Okay.
It has been a long one.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Angelita. Hi, Tanya.
Angelita. Hey. Hadja? Hadija? Sorry. Okay. And Katia. And you've got a don't know when you're starting it next. Still thinking about when you're starting it?
Well, I've got an idea. You'll know. You'll all know.
Oh, people, Stathi's got a new show. Be on the lookout for this.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Just to add to it, it's going to be something. Look, it is something similar to this, but it doesn't have to be. It's more of a. You want to ask questions about yourself. I don't want to know about your tomorrows or your yesterdays or whether your partners
Am I
are
gonna get my
doing whatever
job?
they're doing. Not interested in it. Interested in yourself.
Is
Join
my
me.
cat
Not
having
interested in yourself.
an affair with my wife?
You're not interested in yourself. Don't bother. You have questions? Ask. How deep down the rabbit hole you want to go? That's what it's about. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's
Yeah.
have open conversations, discussions. Coming soon.
And challenge
Very
him,
soon.
people. Keep him on his toes. Challenge him.
Challenge me. Yeah. Challenge me. I'll challenge you. You challenge me. All right.
People,
Thanks,
I tell him all
everybody.
the time. I tell him all the time, I neither believe nor disbelieve you.
Yeah, I'm not asking anybody to believe me at all. I don't want
Push
you to
it down to
believe
reality.
me. Actually, I don't want you to. Every word that I'm using, it's not me that you don't believe. It's the words that you don't believe.
Yes. Well, don't believe these words then. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice night.
Good night, everyone. Thanks. Until
Yeah.
next time. Have a lovely
Bye.
day. Night.